Ghost Rider is a comedy. An intentional one? Absolutely not, but a comedy nonetheless. About a week ago, I put up a poll asking you guys what you wanted me to watch next, and 53% of y'all wanted me to watch Ghost Rider from 2007. This movie had been on a couple times when I was a kid, but I never really paid attention to it. However, now that I watch it as an adult, I completely understand why. As a kid, I at least just wanted to see Ghost Rider, but he only has like 15 minutes of screen time across an almost 2-hour movie. Luckily, I'm now entertained by the rest of the movie, but 100% not for the way the filmmakers intended. Ghost Rider follows stunt performer Johnny Blaze years after he made a deal with the devil at the cost of his soul. One day after reuniting with the love of his life, the devil returns and transforms Johnny into the Ghost Rider, his personal bounty hunter. You see, the devil's dickhead son Blackheart is causing all sorts of chaos, and now he wants the brand new Ghost Rider to go handle it for him. I love how seconds after everything's explained to Johnny, he leaves and proceeds to cause more mayhem and destruction than Blackheart does in the whole movie. First things first, this is barely a superhero flick. This is a Nicolas Cage movie where he happens to also be Ghost Rider sometimes. The only thing that makes Ghost Rider a somewhat enjoyable film is Nick Cage. From Johnny Blaze eating jelly beans out of wine glasses to him laughing hysterically at monkeys on TV, this shit will never not make me laugh. For most of the movie we're following a deep-powered regular-ass Johnny Blaze, and that's not inherently an issue, but it is when there isn't an ounce of good character writing throughout the entire film. This is easily one of the most generic movies I've ever sat through, and it's noticeable amongst every aspect of it. The characters are simply Johnny's girlfriend, Johnny's friend, the devil who is bad, the devil's mean son, and Sam Elliott playing a Sam Elliott type. Plus, the movie's got so many cliches they're damn near bouncing off the walls in every scene.
When you do things without thinking, you ain't making the choice is making you.
My dad's sending me to live with my mom.
What about us?
He says you're not good enough for me.
So what are we gonna do, Johnny?
We'll leave.
Perhaps you'd ride for me one day.
You run a show?
Greatest show on earth.
That's great. 2 kids on the run with nothing. If your goal is to end up together, that's just a great way to make sure it doesn't happen.
Well, I'd rather take my chances with her than to waste my whole life jumping bikes at some stupid carnival.
We still have a good head start.
Then it got to the point where the film was creating its own cliches and then was still overusing them, like Johnny regularly pointing at people and saying, "Who wrote and approved this goofy ass shit?" I stumbled across some of the Ghost Rider behind the scenes where writer-director Mark Steven Johnson talks about how he was always a big fan of how Ghost Rider stood out from other heroes, particularly his appearance.
Ghost Rider I thought was always, it was one of the darker ones that I read, but it was also one of the more visually interesting. I always thought it was the coolest character, you know, that they didn't, and sometimes I think they didn't quite know what to do with him because he was such a strong visual. He's really succeeded over the years just because the visuals are so strong. There's some great stories too, don't get me wrong, but he's really one of the most memorable looking characters in all the Marvel Universe.
Don't notice how he says nothing else about Ghost Rider. Johnson just thought he looked cool, and that's abundantly clear throughout the film's runtime. The biggest compliment I can give is that Ghost Rider does in fact look really cool. This is extremely badass. For almost 20-year-old CGI, the effect really holds up. However, this is the only effect that holds up. Literally everything else looks like shit. It's funny, I enjoyed it, but it's awful. I think the worst effect is the weird demon teeth that the devil and Blackheart have when they're feeling extra evil. They stand by this effect hard because neither of the characters ever stop doing it. It's obvious that most of the VFX budget went to Ghost Rider. Unfortunately, he doesn't really do anything once he is Ghost Rider. Like, he drives around and shit and causes mayhem sometimes, but the action really isn't anything special. It kind of reminds me of the old stop-motion videos I made as a kid where the characters took turns hurting each other. Like, this guy is literally going, "Haha, fuck you, Ghost Rider, you can't light the air on fire," and then... At the end of the day, I'm absolutely not the first person to say this movie is stupid. Don't get me wrong, it's bad, but I feel like stupid is a much better word to describe how I feel about this one. It'd be neat to see Ghost Rider depicted accurately on the big screen someday, especially with how much I enjoyed the new Fantastic Four. It'd be cool to see some more standalone heroes finally get some recognition again. If you want a fun movie to laugh at and watch with your friends, this one's it.